I grew up in a place called Finglas, a working class part of Dublin. I had a great childhood, I think. Well, I mean, there were a few little hiccups along the way, but when I was 6, a neighbour asked me to go up to the shop for a bottle of Coke. And when I came back from the shops, his door was ajar. I knocked on the door and he says, "Come in." So I went in, and when I went in, the house was in darkness, all the curtains were pulled and stuff. But I remember the door shutting and all the latches going across. So he stripped me off. He took me laces out of my shoes and tied me to a chair. And he abused me, I suppose, for want of a better word, you know. For the first time in my life, at that moment, I had to be something that I wasn't, do you know what I mean? And I had to pretend things were different than they actually were. So to take that responsibility as a 6-year-old is, you know, it's huge, and it can do nothing but damage you, you know. When I was about 9 years of age, I said it to another friend of mine, what had happened. He'd said to me, I was telling my brother what happened to you, and he can help you with that thing that happened to you, you know. So we went into this guy's house, and he told my mate to go off, you know, because he wanted to talk to me on his own, and then he did the same thing. So because it happened with different people, I felt that I must have some responsibility in this. I felt that I was leading them on or something like that, you know. I went into addiction and all through that, you know. So that messed up all my family, I messed up all the band and all their families, and it devastated my life for years, you know. I couldn't believe that I became an addict. From day one I wanted to stop. It's a horrible, horrible life, you know. There's nothing but unhappiness, and, you know, you end up hurting all the people around you, you know. And I started becoming a person that I didn't like, even myself, you know. I hated myself. I hated the person that I was becoming. I consider myself very lucky that I did get out of it, because not many people do. I tried loads of different things, and I don't think it was any one thing that helped me. It was a combination of all the different things that I tried when I kind of put it together. But ultimately, it was just looking at yourself and starting to accept yourself as who you were and what you were. I think my wife helped me huge with that, you know, because you have to have somebody to sound off that you can absolutely trust, you know, and I absolutely trusted her, you know. I think if I'd have listened to her years ago, I wouldn't have got myself into the mess I got into. I'd gotten through the addiction, and everything with the band was happening, everything was really successful and all, and everything was just going along hunky-dory. I thought, this is great. Now I can just relax and just enjoy life for a while. And then God come along and said, "Hold on, Christy, here's a little something for you to ponder." When I got diagnosed with cancer first, say for a period of 2 years, I didn't gig at all, right? And I started getting into this really negative place, you know, just thinking that I'd completely wasted my life. Nothing would change this view that I had of my whole life. And it was only when I started working, started gigging again, that this darkness lifted, you know. I've realised that if I don't have that couple of hours on stage to exorcise the demons out of me, I just go to a very dark place. We all have a saviour of some description, but the band was a huge part of it, being able to go out and perform and sing. When I got diagnosed with cancer, it focuses you. You know, what's important in life, you start thinking what's important in life. And I remember thinking the house wasn't important, the car I drove wasn't important, even the band wasn't important. It was amazing how insignificant money was, and where I lived and what car I drove. When it came to you surviving another month, just being on this earth for one more month. If I was to say there's one thing that I've tried to adopt in my life that has been invaluable, it's probably living in the moment. It's actually quite an easy way to live, and I don't know why we all don't do it, but we don't. None of us do it, and it's the one thing that saved my life, you know, trying to live in the moment. This is my life. I've never kind of had that easy. I've always kind of had to work for stuff. To me, it's not a challenge. If you have a choice of living or dying, it's not brave to choose living. I didn't choose this, you know. There's nothing brave about it at all. You're in a situation and you're thinking, you want to get to B, you're at A, and how will I get to B? But by living in the moment, it makes things a lot easier, because you don't have to worry about the past or the future. You only have to worry about this moment now, you know. And if you can live through this moment, then in a few moments' time, you can deal with that moment step by step.